to stay within my Zoom now is going to YouTube Live, connected to the API. I'm checking, I have a URL for my Zoom. I see everyone and we're ready to go. So I got it. This is hands-free, so I can say at this point, flash on, flash off, my camera, let's see, record video. And if I don't hear a click, so I need to check on my side here for my mic. I have my activate button here. So in my activate button, navigate home, my camera, record video. Now it's recording my video. So flash off, flash on. Okay. My flash is on, flash off. So we're basically doing a number of demo labs, investigating a number of software and hardware devices like this, seeing which companies can use it, and evaluating it. I'll show you, you can basically then see what I'm seeing. So does everybody have, so we'll get started today so I can be filming myself so people can see exactly what I have. If I had some problems with tech support, I contacted, for instance, the IT to come to the lab this Wednesday. When they come to the lab on Wednesday, you remember we had some issues with the computers. They wanted to know which issues had the problems. If I was wearing this at the time, I could record it and saying, you know, that last row, those last times that they were doing it. So at this point, I'm going to share my screen. And you can see here, let me share my screen. And you can see at this point, you see in the center here, everybody see, this is basically showing my computer. So if I had a problem with my hard drive, with my keyboard, with my monitor, if I had any problems with my monitor, I could go and then you could see how it is. You could see basically what I'm seeing here as we go to it. So we're planning on looking at some of these devices. I could see my Dell monitor up above. And
Wait, are you sharing your view on Zoom?
No, I'm sharing my view on a RealWear Explorer. It has its own software where you're sharing it. So basically you would have the IP address, right? And then you could see, I can see outside the window. You can see the trees. So this is a RealWear. You can then basically, as you're doing this, you can take a screenshot. You could then, they're going to build into it. They're going to build AI into it, so you could ask it questions, you could have ChatGPT. So think about the idea that if you had somebody, FP&L on their polls, they wanted to have some actual instructions, they could get those instructions via their computer, via ChatGPT, something similar. They have it. Yeah, and then you could see my fingers on the keyboard. You see that, Daniel? So you could even give tech support on this that you could do.
Ask them to explain.
So what do you see? What do you think, Daniel?
How is that any different from a phone?
It's basically many differences from the phone. For instance, one difference from the phone is in the phone, I would have to hold it this way. It's hands-free. I can walk around with it. I don't even need my phone. This has basically also can get internet access. It has a SIM card. It has memory in it. It has access to all my files. So I don't have to be, while I'm on, let's say I'm on a poll, I don't have to hold my phone. Also, this can be an instance of Zoom as well. So this instance, they're working with Zoom, so Zoom can be a client. So this actual device here, I'm using it, it can also be a client. I could have several people logging in and basically giving data, basically giving instructions. Also, what's nice, for instance, let's say we did inspections. Remember, if there's an earthquake or we had the problem in Miami base, it's basically a standalone computer on my head. That's the differences,
What does
Daniel.
Zoom explain?
Does it need to be plugged in all the time?
No, it has batteries on its own, and it has several
Power
batteries,
banks.
and it has, you can even add additional power banks. What else, Daniel?
They can
So,
I don't know, like what else
on
can it do?
Wednesday, I'm gonna bring,
Realware.com.
yeah, let me go and let me just move
to
this,
realware.com.
and then let me go to my browser.
Realware.com.
I'm gonna go to my browser, and I have realware.com here. Let me just go here to my browser. So if I do realware,
Then
let me
go
just
to-
move it. Let me just move here so you can see I have realware.com. And this is the company I'm trying out. And if you think about, if you're looking at RealWare, you can even have people out in the field with helmets, and you can think about it. They're out in the field here. They're going to be getting information. You're going to be doing some type of maintenance out there.
on their website.
I don't know, basically on a turbine. You can be anywhere. They're trying to look at it. They're trying to look at different ones. Think about it as almost Google smart glasses, and they're trying to think about it for frontline workers. They work with Zoom, so it can be a client in Zoom. They're working with Cisco. They're working with Microsoft to basically have Copilot within it. Team Viewer, you remember that we were talking about before. They're looking at it for industries, for automotive, mining, oil and gas. What I like here in telehealth, telemedicine, home care, remote assistance. You see how, in this case, it could be for medical school, for training, whatever someone is seeing here, warehousing, manufacturing. You see in this case, with it is attached to basically a helmet here, other industries of agriculture, things out in the field, pharmaceuticals, they're trying it out. So when people are stuck, you can think about making this. Look at this. This is interesting, where they're basically now thinking, where can we put AI? So turbocharge your decision making with AI at your core. So basically revolutionizing that workflow we were talking about, and in this case, wearable technology seamlessly integrated with AI, and then you could have train it based on your industries, training it for unparalleled, then hands-free. And you can see here that they're trying to integrate it with Zoom. And right now, I have an older version that I'm trying out. My older version that I'm trying out is heavier, but what I'll do is I'll bring it to class on Wednesday, and some of you can try it out. I'm going to try to ask the company to lend us some more. So those of you that are interested in working with us, we can then do some projects. The city of Coral Gables wants to try it out for a number of their operations, and here you can see questions. I've invited this person right here that's doing a lot of the training to see if she wants to join us in our class.
Let some of them
Okay.
explain it in their own-
So anyways, so what did you understand then from it? So this is what they call the RealWare Explorer, that you can see that of my laptop that I have on my desk, and you can see right here that I'm recording when in this case, at this point, it has a problem. You know how you say Alexa or Siri? This has a problem. It doesn't have a way in which to induce it. So if it hears me record, notice on the screen right here, this is exactly what I'm seeing on my monitor. So you see here, record video. I can take a photo. I can go to my files and you can see, it's just like recording. So this record, and then I can run Alexa. I can do a number of different ones integrating Alexa with those. Okay? So what do you want to summarize then what you understood, Daniel?
Sure. It seems to be a separate computer that has a camera on it and a light, and a screen of some sort where you could see what somebody else is showing you.
Well, I have the screen where I'm the front line, but you let's say in the class, I would give you a URL. You could go to the URL and you would see exactly what I was seeing. And you could speak to me and we could have a conversation. And I could have a number of people in the conversation. So in this case, I could have given you the URL. And in that case, when I give you the URL, you would have seen it.
Professor, I'm
Yes.
confused. What are the visuals you're seeing right now?
That's in front of my, right now, that's my desk. Because I'm looking at my desk.
Oh, like
if-
an actual camera, not like a
Yeah,
different
right.
screen.
So
If you look into that piece, can you see like a
yes, I
display?
see exactly what you're seeing.
You have a miniature screen.
I just have a tiny screen that I'm seeing, but the tiny screen basically expands and I see exactly what the end user is seeing as well. But since you can see it at that point. I'm going to bring it to class on Wednesday and you guys can try it out. What do you think? So after you finish the exam and maybe even those places, then Daniel and Dylan can wear it. One person can see the other. So at this point, Daniel could wear it and then Dylan could just see what the lab looks like, right? You could proctor that way, Dylan.
You can run Zoom on it.
And you can run and you can run Zoom and stream it live to YouTube.
Just like we are doing now.
Like we're doing now. You got it? So that's it. So we're now on YouTube live. We're recording. We have an exam. Let's go over what we need to do in sharing our screen, seeing it. Any questions before we begin? Daniel, you want to share moderate the chat? Do I have a volunteer? Anyone else want to volunteer in the chat?
I can do it.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. So at this point, let me share my screen. And go to my instance of YouTube. Go to courses. Should let me in. I need to go section H1. I need to go to what's due. And we looked at what's due. We know that we're having an exam coming up. We have Tech Cloud 3, Azure and AWS. Cloud computing, we need to know what are the benefits of cloud computing and also the cloud services, the difference between public, private, and hybrid. Generative AI on the benefits and limitation, how it works, what are some use cases, and what are the concerns. ERP enterprise resource planning. We talked about that, an example of Workday, and also that AI can be incorporated into ERPs, tell us, basically train it about our policies of our human resources. You should have already posted your URL from Wix, and also when you've upgraded to the domain name. Chapter 12 on the Wiley adaptive. And once you've decided on your free website approval, upgrade to your basic business plan and start doing SEO optimization for the cloud. This Wednesday, let me just make sure everyone makes sure that they know. Some students were telling me they'll see me in the exam today. There's no exam today. It is on Wednesday. And it's on April 17th, in person in SBA 204. You need to bring a form of an ID, preferably your cane card, your computer with respondents installed. And I've checked with the IT people. They're going to recheck and check again the hardware in the lab. If you need extra time, let me know as soon as you enter the class. And these are the chapters I've given you the review open-ended sheet here, and we're ready to go. Any questions?
Is the exam the same format as the first exam?
Exactly. The exam is the same format. You'll be logging in with you'll need your phone only to log in. You'll be logging in with your phone for your Duo. Then you'll be going into Respondus, and with Respondus, you will be going into Blackboard, into the exam. There'll be two parts to the exam. One is the multiple choice part, and the other one is open-ended. Kylie, you can basically choose which one you want to do. The open-ended will be 2 questions. You can decide which order you want to do those 2 questions. They will be presented to you together, and you can choose. Once you've finished in answering those 2 questions, you exit and you cannot go back to those open-ended questions. Then you can go to the multiple choice, or you can do the reverse order. You'll have to get your phone again to do the Duo Mobile to enter the multiple choice if that's your second part, and you will succeed there. You can go back and forth. You'll be given 1 question at a time, and you can go back and forth as much as you'd like. Once you submit, Kylie, that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What else? Any other questions? Or any questions in the chat that I need to know about, Kylie?
No, there's no questions.
Okay. So what would be interesting at this point, are there any questions about the exam itself, about the topics being covered, Kylie?
No, I don't have any.
Did you go through the articles? And you went through the generative AI, cloud computing?
I have not yet.
Okay, so that would be a good idea to do before Wednesday. So one of the things I would like to do is I wanted Daniel, at this case, Daniel, have you done the SEO part, Daniel?
I've done part of it, yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can do that and we can look at your website, Daniel.
Sure.
I'm going to stop sharing, and then you can show yours as well, and we'll answer.
Sure. So SEO stuff is
Okay,
over
you
here.
want to, first of all, Daniel, you want to,
Turn off the light.
You want to see the
Daniel.
website, or?
yeah, first show your website.
Sure. So this is the
And then show
homepage.
your domain name. What is the domain name that you
It's
chose?
intelaigent.org.
Okay, so Intel AI Gent. Okay,
So here's the front image. I put a little, this is generated with AI.
okay, so you generated this first image, and what you showed, what I liked about it is that you showed then where this image came from. So you said the image was generated with DALL-E by OpenAI, okay?
Yep, and then the about page, I changed this image because you said it needed to be more diverse.
Yeah, okay, so you have this, and so your team, okay, and do we have AI here?
No, I need to add that still, but it's the same.
Yeah, but you know what I
process.
would add to this image here, you got a you definitely have a diverse image. And then what I would add onto it, you can ask it questions here that we're working with artificial intelligence. So I'd like to have an image that shows that artificial intelligence is our assistant.
How would that image, I can try that, yeah.
Try it, see what it'll come up with. We're a team
Okay.
that uses AI as our assistant, right?
And then obviously like the pictures of us.
Yeah, and then you got the professional pictures, okay,
And the course, I haven't really added anything here, but
okay.
this would be pretty easy.
Okay, so
video
then you have
still
the
here.
AI Kickstarter course, and then you have a demo where you're comparing Claude versus Grok versus ChatGPT, a live information demo, and then you say explore the live information capabilities of Claude in a head-to-head showdown. GPT-4 and Grok have access to live information, okay?
Yeah, and then like the
And you're
whole
saying
video
Claude
is just
doesn't?
showing. Claude does not know.
Okay. And are you using Claude 3?
Yeah, Opus.
Okay.
And then contact, I added little social media buttons.
Okay, good.
These would work, but
Okay,
Instagram doesn't.
okay,
For the SEO stuff, that's back in
Okay.
the dashboard. So
okay. So this is the place that I wanted to emphasize for the students then. You know, we go to the dashboard. That was the front end of the website. And then the back end of the website. And how did you get there? Show everybody how you
So-
got there.
well, you just go to wix.com and log in,
Okay,
and you're on the dashboard. You go down to where it says site and mobile app. And then
site mobile app, okay.
under here it says SEO.
It says SEO. And
And
SEO is search engine optimization. Optimize the site for the search, a site for search engines, so more people can find it online. So
so
once you
I've
have the
done
domain name.
73% of
Okay,
everything.
so basically, how do you start? You basically start with the checklist and you answer the questions,
Continue
right?
setup. And the only thing I haven't, actually, yeah, I've done this completely. The only thing I haven't done is connected it to Google Search Console.
Okay.
But other
See,
than that, you just go through each step and make
So
sure it
the
all looks
steps,
nice.
basically, steps is get to the home page ready for the Google search, is set the homepage site, add the homepage site description, add the title to the homepage, allowing indexing to make your homepage visible in search results, optimize the site for mobile devices, and connect this site to a custom domain, which you
Yeah.
have. Okay.
So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, so you just go through the checklist. So that's the next step I wanted each of the groups to do. And then they give you some more, and they'll give you then the Google Analytics that can tie in to see who has visited your website, what are descriptions of who, where did they come from, what types of people, how many times were they there. And then they're even now at this pace checking the site speed and the mobile.
And
Okay.
then so a lot of the groups have no custom domain yet. So that
Has to
setup
come
window is
first.
somewhere on the dashboard yet.
Okay,
So I think it was the majority of groups haven't done that.
okay. So that's the first step, that they have to get a domain name before you can do the SEO. Has to be a domain name. What else? Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. So why don't we do this? How many groups do we have in this class?
9.
Let's do breakout rooms. I'll start at the top. Dylan, you start in the bottom, and Daniel, you'll start in the middle. And let's see for the groups, I think those groups that don't have domain names, we need to upgrade. Let's work on that today, upgrading. And if you've upgraded, I'll look at your site, see where are some deficiencies or what needs to be improved. And then the third thing, we'll be working on the SEO. So next week after the exam, we have next week, and the following Monday, we do our presentations. So let me go to my breakout rooms. I'm going to create then 9 breakout rooms. I'm going to let the participants choose their room. I'm going to create. I'm going to open up all my rooms. And you can go to your rooms, and then I will meet you in the rooms. I'll start with number 1. Dylan will start with 9, and Daniel, you can be in the middle. Is that okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Could I start with 4, Professor?
Sure.
Perfect.
Your choice, Daniel.
I'll get through them. And then Dylan, you're gonna work backwards, right?
Yeah, I'd start 9.
Okay.
You'll start 9.
Do you guys have any questions or?
So who are we missing that hasn't gone in on a sign? Zachary, have you gone to a group? Taylor,
Do
what's
you guys
up?
need to be assigned? Which
We're
group?
we're all in a group. Actually, we just take room 2.
What group are you in?
Group 2?
It should
Are you
match
group
like the
2?
group number.
Go by your group number. Just don't. What
Yeah,
group
I
are you?
think so. I don't see any of my group members in groups. I'm assuming that means we're group 2.
Okay. And
It's in
Costa?
project groups on.
It's in your project groups. And Taylor, what group are you in?
Yeah, you guys are group 2.
I'm in group 2.
Okay.
They need to be moved.
And Zachary? And Sivan and Costa?
Zach is in group 2 as well.
And what about Sivan?
Costa as well.
Savon's in 4.
4.
Okay. So we have everyone. And Costa, where's Costa? Why's Costa here?
I moved everyone.
Remember, Costa's here.
He has to join still.
What?
He still has to join.
Oh, okay. And Zachary, they're not there
Yeah,
really.
they're probably not here.
Okay. So guys, we'll start. Anything else? We need to
Just
look
make sure
at.
group 6 like resubmits their link properly. Whenever you
What?
get there. Make sure group 6 resubmits their link on the audit.
Okay.
We get there.
So Daniel, you're gonna go up or down?
I'm gonna go from 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay. So
I'll
Daniel,
probably be at 9 for a minute so I can help.
okay, so be longer. Yeah. Okay. So let me start with group 1 and you guys
Alright.
can continue. Ciao.
Oh, what?
Hey guys.
Welcome.
Is she gonna give us a code or like
We're being live streamed on YouTube. Maybe we go back to the breakout rooms for a minute.
So what did you learn, Kylie? What's now clear to you?
That we're not just using AI for the website. We need to kind of show like the results of different AI services and how that can help.
I
Yeah.
didn't even, right. You're giving the service, your health AI, right? You're giving those services. And basically you can even break that health AI into more, it's not, that's almost too broad. The URL is good, but I'd even break it down further, right? To show what you actually do. It's basic in this case, that your audience is university students. And I don't know if you want to set it down, that's up to you, is women. And of using, basically using it for counseling purposes, using it for mental health issues, or even just regular problems that you have throughout the day, doesn't have to be, severe depression or anything, or bipolar. You're not going to be, basically taking over a psychiatrist, but rather I'd set it up as daily problems, that kind of common problems that you can have, how that could help you as an assistant. And reviewing it, and you'll be a reviewer of what's available, and we're anticipating that it will get better, right? That they'll be improving, and that's how you'll be doing it. And the sponsors could be some of those, like you'll see who is the sponsor. For instance, Call Annie is Amato. They're a company that's called Amato. You look at who is in charge. Google, right? For Gemini, Microsoft for Copilot. They make sense, right? And you can have them even as guest speakers. And they could even be your sponsors. So you could give it free, all those sessions, and they would be your sponsors. Giving you subscriptions for free, giving students almost like, Wix, the academic partnerships that we can give, those subscriptions to other students. Questions? So, Daniel, what did you find in your group?
Everyone's chugging along. It seems good.
Okay, and Daniel and Dylan?
Yeah. Everybody's piece working. Looks good.
Okay, so what I will do on Wednesday after the class, I'll be available to help with groups. Okay, so come back to me of what you've done next. I'll start with group 1 on Wednesday, and then we can use, and you know, it'd be nice, Kylie, your group on Monday, before we go into breakout rooms, you can showcase what you've done. And then you have a lot more confidence, your group, of showcasing what you've done. Now going back to the drawing board and basically now you have the basics, which is great. You have the domain name, right? You have your pages. Now you have another one of the products of demonstrations, demos, you can call it. And then you would say in the future, right? This is what we'll be reviewing. We'll be reviewing a number of these products, or we'll be giving more scenarios. We'll be reviewing them and how best to use these. We're just giving examples, and then it can continue as a business, really, as a service. Well, how great is that as a service? And then it can be you may be saying, I can then take counselors or therapists coming in, and they could talk about how they could use these. You know, that I could show, hey, these are my homeworks that I did for that week. I could bring it to the therapist, and the therapist could go over it, or the therapist could give me homework assignments. So it doesn't have to be, right, Kylie? Doesn't have to be alone in my room, just being underneath my bed and just talking to a virtual bot all day long. Okay, what else? Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to do attendance. For me, it was very valuable. So let me share my screen. After attendance, stay with me. We were looking before with Call Annie as an option. And now it made more sense. Now I want to go, let's see here, my content, H1, I want to go to attendance. I want to go to check-in. I want to do check-in here. Start check-in. 3569.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Which one?
This one. Welcome.
Okay. And what's with Fabio?
Are you here? Out there.
I guess not.
All right.
Okay. I need to know anything here?
I'm just very curious if this will work. Light on.
No. Flash on.
Flash
But it has
on.
to, but it has to listen. I have to get it. I have to turn it on. It's off.
If it is on though, it would be
Right, it
hilarious
says
if it
that it's
worked.
off, right, but if it does, the major problem is, Daniel, is that when you say like record, it'll start recording, or if you say blank,
Yep.
right,
Yeah.
right, I have to activate it, yeah. So I have to activate it. Okay,
It is a cool device though.
yeah, so I'll bring it on Wednesday. You'll look at it.
Daniel, did you
Can help
talk to group 6?
Yes.
The link?
And what happened?
Start now.
No, it's
Like,
not working.
is, which one is group 6? Let me see.
My camera.
I think it was a girls group.
I want to make sure. I talked to the 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting it done.
Yeah, they just don't have the promo code yet.
Oh, I can email.
Okay. And then the Maroonians have started with the website.
Wait, no,
They're-
I gave them the promo code. They're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're doing like a real estate type thing. You're muted, by the way.
Oh, it worked.
Oh,
So you heard it, flash off. Okay,
Does it work if I say it?
try it, try
Flash on. No.
flash on.
it.
Okay, so it's
Say it
okay.
louder. Let's see.
Flash on.
Flash
No,
on. Yeah, it
That's
has
so
to be
cool.
next to the mic. Okay.
Yeah.
Flash off. Okay. We'll
That's
show it like
screen.
that. Right.
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.